Alright, and that time it said a max speed of 192. So alright, I think we are on. What's going on, YouTube? Coming back with another video. Out for a little sunset cruise. Traffic seems really light right now, so figured I'd take the camera with me and might go for a top speed run here. So been really wanting to see what all this bike can really do as far as where it'll max out at. And I did a video. It was like a short. I put it on Instagram and I put it on the YouTube short thing. So it was just like a quick little, I don't know, it's like 40 or 50 second clip, but in that, according to the GPS app that I'm running, I've got it running in the background right here, so that's why you see it kind of overlaid on the Waze right there. But using the GPS app, said I was able to get up to 193, and the bike felt like it had a little bit more left into it, and honestly it was kind of a sloppy run. So given it's not really windy today and traffic seems pretty light, see if maybe I can go for another run and see if it'll go any further than that. So yeah, just kind of talking about GPS speeds and all that. Get over here. So first of all, if you're gonna like top out these bikes, I don't care if it's a motorcycle, a car, whatever. Cars are a little bit more accurate, but motorcycles, for a fact, their speedometers are not accurate. So usually you can expect anywhere from like a 10-ish%, maybe 15-ish% differentiate between like what your true speed is against what the dash is telling you. So if you're going X speed, especially when you get above 100 miles an hour, usually if you just take 10% off of that, that's usually what your true speed is. So my bike is off usually by about 4 miles an hour. You can see I'm cruising at 81 on the dash, and the GPS app is about 4 or 5 miles an hour off, give or take. You know, some people say, hey, what can cause that? Honestly, they come like that from the factory. I mean, it's a known thing. That's why I think a lot of 600 riders get made fun of or laughed at when they say, oh, my 600 will do 180 miles an hour. No, it's really not, because although your dash may read 170 plus, again, take about 10 or 15% off of that, and that's your true speed. And I had a 600, so I had a Suzuki Gixxer 600 before this, and I think I got that thing to read up to like 177, I think, one time. And you know, a Gixxer 600 that's not tuned, not running an exhaust, you know, all that good stuff, it is not doing 170 plus miles an hour. So anyway, with that, even on these newer bikes with the electronic dash and everything, there's still going to be a little bit of a kind of give on what your true speed is. So point being, you want to leverage some type of GPS speed tracking. The best one you can do, really, that a lot of guys will run is like this little Garmin, and it's really nice because it'll say, like, you know, a lot of guys kind of mount them here on the triple trees, and it'll say like, hey, here's what your max speed was. If you go past that, it'll tick up above it, and then it kind of like maintains that if you wanted to. Anyway, I don't have $200 to $300 to shell out just for a GPS tracker, just to run the bike one or two few times just to see what it really does. So decided to go with the next best thing here, and found a GPS app on the app store for it, and it's been really reliable. So one of the ways I've kind of compared it is, like, if you look at Waze is extremely accurate. It's another GPS kind of tracking method. You can see the phone and Waze, or the GPS app and Waze, are identical with what they're reading right now. So yeah, it's kind of one way you can confirm. The reason why I'm not using Waze to confirm what top speed is one, it doesn't actually say like what your top speed is. It doesn't record that. So you'd have to actively be looking at it, which is extremely dangerous at that type of speed. And I think it actually caps out at a certain point. So it won't read above, I don't know what it is, 140, 150 miles an hour, I don't think. So, not really going to work for you there. But, yeah, so last time I was able to get up to 193 according to this GPS app. You know, some people say, oh, that doesn't factor, you know, this, it doesn't factor that. You know, you're not factoring slope, you're not factoring wind. I mean, look, I'm not out here drag racing the dang thing. I'm not setting lap time. So, you know, for me, I'm pretty happy with if a GPS tracker says, hey, you did this. I mean, that's, you know, enough to make me satisfied with feeling, hey, that's probably what it did or close to it. So, yeah, so coming up here on usually where I'll do it, there's a bit of a open straight and then it dips down. So I am kind of cheesing it a little bit because I think it's probably peaking right when I hit that dip. And, you know, but whatever. There's another straight further on. I might ride up to that one. We'll see. But, you know, the thing is, you just got to find a good spot to do it where there's not really a lot of cars. But, yeah, so we'll see what I can get it up to. I like to fold the mirrors in, but I really never ride with the mirrors folded in, so I'm actually rather curious to see, like, what will it do with the mirrors folded out. Obviously that's more drag. If I fold them in, I'd probably go even, you know, a little bit less drag, a little bit quicker. But anyway, so I ride with the mirrors out. I'll do it with the mirrors out. But all right, so we're coming up on the section here. Opens up and it looks good. I'll downshift to third. Gun it. GPS app will record that top speed, so I'll pull over up here and we can take a look at what it's. Let's see here. Alright, and that time it said a max speed of 192, so about 1 mile per hour different from last time, but I guess that is pretty much safe to say it's about what she's got. So I mean, honestly, for a bike, how I've got it set up and everything, I mean, I'm really happy with that. I've always kind of wanted to say, hey, can I get to that 192 mark, or 190 plus mark, I should say, and it's really cool to actually have done that. So I guess, you know, I could talk about kind of some of the mods done to the bike, just so if you're wondering, like, hey, I mean, how do you got your bike set up to do that? You would actually be rather surprised, because it's not as much as what you may think. Performance mod-wise, really, the only thing that has been done to this bike is I have a Sprint PO8 filter in it, not the F something filter, I forget, it's like F35, I don't remember, but anyway, there's like a true racing one, it's like $100 more. I'm not running that, I'm running just a straight PO8 filter, and then the only thing other than that is the exhaust. The exhaust is a what you'd call a 3/4 system, full titanium, so that's where it removes the catalytic converter and then just connects right up to the OEM headers. The reason why I'm not, or did not do a full system, is because the OEM headers on the Gen 6 are already titanium. So there's really minimal gains to be had if you go and shell out for for a full exhaust system, man, I could have had a good run right there. I don't know anybody else that rides, but like when I see that right there, I'm just like, oh man, I could have ripped it, but don't want to do it all the time. There's a bike right up there. Might go say hey to him. But yeah, so now I got the exhaust, and then the only other thing is it's flash and tuned. So it's tuned to basically 200 wheel horsepower, and you know that's all she wrote. So you know these new Gen 6s are pretty powerful, and you got a lot of pull to them. So good bike, I recommend it if you like going fast. There's some other things I could do to probably hit 200. Number one, I could re-gear it. So I could change up the sprocket setup, get a little bit more on the top end. Could also go to like a 520 chain conversion, cut a little bit of weight. Could change up the rotors, get a little bit lighter rotor setup. Could do the velocity stacks, but again, it's like, is it really worth it if you're just kind of daily in this thing? I'm not like roll racing down in Texas, so you know, to me it's like, but I think if I just re-geared it, just that alone would probably get me pretty darn close. And then obviously there's things I could do, like I could fold in the mirrors, I could take off the mirrors. You know, I still have my rear passenger pegs on. I could remove those. So basically, you know, I could start shaving weight off would be another way to do it. But I like the bike how it is, how it's set up now. So no real big complaints, and I don't really see a reason to change it. But so I'm pretty happy. I'm content with what it'll do, and so just wanted to kind of take you guys along for the ride and kind of show you what it's like to kind of do that type of speed. For better or worse, I know some people say, hey, that's stupid, don't do it on an open road. I hear you. Alright, well, I'm going to go continue a little bit more riding here. If I run across anything fun or interesting, I'll probably get a little clip out of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the little video. And oh, another thing I have coming up, I've been getting a lot of questions about the phone mount setup I have here, so I will be doing a video on that as well. Are you gonna stay green? Oh yes you are. Thank you. So I will do a video on the phone mount as well here soon. Might do it this weekend. It's not gonna be long or anything, but I'll get that up and at least let the people know that have been asking about it, how it's done, because it looks pretty good and it works very well. So nice sunset. Alright guys, well, I will catch you in the next one. If there's anything you guys want to see, let me know, put it down in the comments. Happy to chat, happy to make another video about any specific topic. So appreciate you guys stopping by.